Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's energy update. We have some beautiful themes that are coming forward for us this week, and I'm really excited to go into them with you. So why not? Let's do it. So with that, we have new roles, we have miraculous recovery, energy work and balance, we have harmony and restoration, reorganization, endings, new jobs, our needs, gathering of soul family, healing energies, energetic upgrades, and mental health. So we have some really beautiful themes this week, and to go into our first one here of new roles, what I was hearing right away here was a lot of us are needing to create our own new rules for life. So what I was hearing here, it's like so many of us have been given these guidelines, we've been given these structures and programs of how we need to live and how we need to be. And what I really see us doing this week is coming to this acceptance of ourselves, of who we've been blossoming into, and how we really want to live our lives on our terms. So with that, it's like, what are these new rules that you're going to make for your life? How do you want to live life and experience life? And what I was really hearing is we're basing these foundations off of what lights us up. So we're needing to go into that this week. What lights us up? How much time do we actually dedicate to those things that light us up, that make us happy, that make us shine? And how much time do we really allow ourselves to explore those things? You know, what do you want right now? What things have shifted and changed for you? And how can we really allow ourselves to open up to new perspectives and create this life path that we truly want to be on? And so I'm really seeing this week us taking this driver's seat approach and really allowing ourselves to take the wheel of our lives and go, okay, now that I've become who I've become, what sort of life do I want to live? What kind of experience do I want to experience here while I'm here? And coming to this full acceptance that we're worth it, you know, recognizing our worth and value is really huge this week, and carrying through that theme of last week of real worthiness. Do we see that we're worthy now to choose, to create, to be the divine orchestrator of our own lives, and allow ourselves to really make those decisions with decisive action? And what I'm really hearing here, it's like no more dilly-dallying, no more back and forth, a lot more of embracing how we feel and what's true and honest to ourselves. And with that, it's like there's no more fear or trepidation. We're no longer holding back because of what others might view or think or say and how society dictates our lives. It's like, no, I'm going to choose myself. I'm going to be able to make those decisions now that really allow me to prioritize what lights me up, that allows me to prioritize what's important, what's truly important in my life. So I'm seeing a lot of us needing to do a little bit of introspective work this week and really go a little deeper. What new rules do you want to give yourself? What boundaries do you need to create this life for yourself and create a happy, fulfilling existence? And with that, I'm seeing this embodiment that comes through here, this embodiment of all of you, and recognizing once again your worth and value, and becoming the powerful person that you are, the powerful light worker that you are. And so many of us are really just like, okay, I'm done trying to fulfill this impossible standard that I've had of myself, or I'm tired of fulfilling what other people want me to be. It's like, it's my turn. It's time for me to take the driver's seat now. And it's really beautiful because I'm seeing ourselves really step into this cheerleading role for ourselves, for our inner child, and take our own hand and go, okay, let's do this. So we're seeing some real beauty that's coming through this week for us. A lot, we've done a lot of work the past week. I'm really feeling a lot of us perhaps have had a tough week. We had a lot of shadow work that we had to go through, a lot of shifts, a lot of upgrading, but I feel like a lot of us had a bunch of breakthroughs this past week as well. And please catch up on last week's energy update if you haven't, because I'm really hearing, some of the shadow work might still be trickling in this week as well. It's just, we're really being illuminated now where we need more balance. And as the moon shifts into Libra, we're getting a lot of information about where we need more balance. So more of that to come. But with that, it's like, what do you want now? Things have shifted and changed, because as of even the past week, I'm seeing a lot of us get huge illumination as to our forward steps and who we are, what we're releasing, what we're letting go. And it's like, okay, now what? What's next for me? What do I want to shift? And it's like, we need to reevaluate now. What do I want now, even as of a week later? So really assess that this week and really claim your power. Really be gentle with yourself too, because I'm seeing some of us still going through some of these rocky emotions. Yeah, they're showing me like a rocking boat back and forth, being rocked by those waves. And it's like, okay, allow yourself to flow with the emotions this week, okay? So once more, carrying that theme from last week, really allow yourself to trust the ebb and flow. Allow yourself to feel how you feel. If there's been endings, if there's been a lot of emotion, allow yourself to feel those things this week, okay? Because I'm really strongly hearing we need to be gentle with ourselves and also with our physical selves, because I'm seeing a lot of us still recovering. Perhaps you've been sick, perhaps you've had illness, or some long-standing ailments or discomforts, and they're just needing that loving and tender care and attention. And I'm really seeing us really needing to focus on that this week. So it's like, once again, what's important? What's important for me now? How can I take the one step at a time, one day at a time approach to my goals, not rush or force or bully myself or my body when it's not ready? And how can I honor my needs? Okay, so be very mindful of this week. And this ties into claiming our worth, right? So be very mindful when you fall into those tendencies of needing to push and strive. It's like, okay, how can I see I'm worthy of rest? How can I see that my body has needs? How can I respect this earthly form that I am in at this moment? And how can I really have genuine appreciation for it? So really take that time to be mindful. Listen to your body and really, really connect with it this week, because I'm really hearing we need to go into that big time. But with this, we have a beautiful theme of miraculous recovery. So I'm seeing a lot of us recover this week. So once more, if you've been struggling, if you've been sick, if you've been going through a lot of loss or grief or re-experiencing of old emotions, I'm seeing a lot of this come to rectify this week. So we're seeing this theme here. So I wrote here, physical rejuvenation, recovery and rest, things fixing themselves, answers revealed. So with this, I feel like we're going to get a lot of clarity this week around why we've been struggling, or perhaps where we need more course corrections, or where we need more gentle compassion, love, and how these things respond to that. So I'm seeing a lot of us take action this week as well, where it's like, okay, things have just gone long enough. I need help. I need to be able to get the answers that I need. So I'm seeing a lot of us take forward action in that this week, and it really pay off. So it's like, once again, I need to repeat this message. If you have been feeling called to see a practitioner, if you've been feeling called to go to a medical professional, a therapist, anybody who you've been drawn to lately, definitely go and do those things. This is very, very highlighted here. Please listen to your intuition. Please listen to your body and make sure you're meeting your needs, even if it's scary for you, because I'm seeing some of us hold back where we're like, do I really want to know? And I'm afraid of what this experience is going to be like. It's like, trust yourself, allow yourself to really listen to your intuitive promptings and really make sure you're taking care of yourself, okay? This is super important so you can get the recovery and rest and healing that you need, okay? And I'm seeing this bring a lot of clarity for you. So with that, it's like it's time to shine. We're regaining our strength, we're regaining our energy and vigor. And I feel like so many of us are like, oh, thank goodness. So if you've been struggling physically, please, look after yourself. Do what you need to do to regain this strength within, okay? So we have recovery from the past, as well as taking the lessons learned, cultivating gratitude and faith. So from this, I'm seeing a lot of this recovery having to do with our mental and emotional health as well, because this week has definitely not been an easy one for a lot of us. So really, once again, I'm hearing take your time, but allow yourself to come to this recovery. So it's like, okay, if I've been doing that shadow work, if I've been really diving into my past, if I've done that life review, it's like, okay, how can I now come to this place of understanding and taking those lessons from the past and really becoming grateful for them? So we're no longer letting the past dictate our future. We're no longer allowing the experiences of that, the hurt of that, carry forward. And I'm seeing this quick closure that's coming in where it's like, okay, I can see these cycles and how they've repeated. And now I'm choosing to say no more. This stops here. I'm going to say thank you for those lessons, and I'm going to allow myself to choose different now. So with that, it's like allow yourself to meditate on what that would feel like, because I'm really hearing a lot of us need to actually experience what that feels like. So it's like, okay, if you have a cycle that you're aware of, and say we'll use the example of unworthiness. So if you've had this repetitive cycle of not feeling enough, how can you allow yourself to really go into what it would feel like if you did believe you were enough? And so I'm seeing us actually set that intention for our guides to help us show us the way and how that would shift and change things in our lives. So what I'm seeing with this is take some time out to do a little meditation and set the intention to really feel and experience what that would be like living without this cycle, living life on your terms, living life in your power, and really imagining and allowing yourself to feel those emotions of freedom, okay? Freeing yourself. And what I'm seeing here is after, swiftly cut the cords to that cycle, to that problem, to that negative pattern, okay? So if you're unsure of how to do that, really ask for help in that or do some research. I'm also going to be putting a little bit more information on cord cutting as well with my new workbook that's coming out that walks you through how to do this. So keep posted for that. So really be mindful, cut those cords. Call on your angels to assist you. Call on your guides to assist you to do this. And remember, spirituality does not need to be complicated. As soon as we've set that intention, as soon as we've made the decision, no more, that energy will clear. Okay, so really allow yourself to go into that this week. And with that, we shift into this energy of gratitude for what we've actually come through, because we're like, okay, I can see how I needed these lessons. I can see how my soul came here to experience this. And I'm now grateful because look how powerful and look how strong I've become through these experiences, no matter how hard. And I'm seeing us really take strength from our past as opposed to taking those old ways of being, as opposed to taking the grief, the sorrow, the sadness. We're choosing to take what good we can cultivate from it. And that is what's propelling us forward to make these new shifts and new perspectives for life. So it's really beautiful. So from there, we shift into this theme of energy work and energetic balance. So this wanted to be its own theme this week. We have had some amazing and transformative energies that have really been making huge impact on a global scale. And with that, it's like we really need to be mindful of our own energies, okay? So this week, really prioritize energy work. If you have trained in Reiki, do yourself Reiki this week, please, okay? This is a strong message. do yourself Reiki. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what Reiki is or energy work is, it's basically harmonizing and working with your own energy fields, helping you remove blockages to your emotions, your physical and energetic body, and it's allowing that beautiful energy from the universe to permeate your being the way it's meant to. So if you have not experienced this, we're really getting this push to do so this week because I'm hearing a lot of us need it. We need to come to that energetic balance because we've had so much inner work and so many outer changes that I'm hearing our physical and our energetic need to catch up. So be mindful this week of booking in with your practitioners, really prioritizing that energy flow and working with your energy, okay? So I wrote here, how much focus do you put on your energetic body? All right, ask yourself this. Am I really aware of my energy body? Do I actually practice and work with my energy body regularly? And how can I prioritize this more in my life? Okay, how can I learn more about the chakras? How can I learn more about my emotions and more about my physical and how they all correlate? Okay, so harmonizing the chakras and releasing blocks. This was super highlighted this week, so really be mindful of working with harmonizing those however you can in a way that resonates for you, okay? Once more, if you need help with this, please reach out, okay? It's so important. We also have this reminder that whether we've trained in energy healing or energy work at ourselves or not, we all have healing hands. Okay, so remember this. Remember your sacred power and your ability to heal yourself. So what I'm seeing is, once again, setting intentions and really working and visualizing these energies within ourselves and using our own hands to remove energies that we find there that are no longer needed. So learning how to do an aura cleanse, learning how to use your own energy body and release energies that we no longer need is super important. So I'm seeing all of us have this ability. All of us unknowingly have these healing abilities, whether we acknowledge it or not. So what I'm seeing this week is a lot of us do a little bit more digging into this. How can I do this? How can I heal myself? And really making those commitments. If that is something that interests you, I'm seeing a lot of us needing to make that dedication this week to growing our knowledge in this. For some of you, I feel like it's expanding in your energy work and committing to that. And others, I'm seeing learning more about it and just simply owning that divine energy that you have within you. Okay, so really beautiful. So with this, we see balance and harmony restoring. I'm seeing we need to really focus on this word of balance this week. So where is balance needed in my life? Where do I need to balance rest, work, and play? And how can I create life on my terms in this respect? So I'm really seeing us need to take charge of our schedule. How much time do we really schedule for ourselves? How much time do we really schedule for rest? And our physical health, our energetic health, the list goes on. So it's like, where have I honestly been placing priority? And really be honest here, okay? Because I'm really hearing this is important for us to understand that where we've been placing our energies. And if we're placing our energies in the places we really want to, okay? So if you're putting all your energy into a job you don't like and having very little time and energy for things you do or for yourself and for your own rest and well-being, then it's like, okay, how can I create change even in small, simple ways? So I'm seeing some of us really needing to take charge of our schedule this week and going, okay, can I get up earlier? Can I create a window of even just 10 minutes where I make sure when I get home at work, I'm going to clear my energy fields from the day, or I'm going to get up 10 minutes early and do a meditation. I'm going to, take some time to go for a walk in nature. I'm going to take a moment to do something that brings me joy, okay? Very important. I'm seeing some of us needing to get into the holiday spirit as well. So this is all very encouraged, where it's like, okay, what are those things that bring me joy just because? not a means to an end, not because it leads to something else. It's like just because I enjoy it, okay? Really organize your schedule so you have more time to do that and focus on those things. Very much encourage this week. And with that, once again, it's like, I am worthy of this. I'm also seeing a lot of us engage in self-care, and we're really needing that this week. So really make sure you're prioritizing that and what that looks like for you as an individual, because all of us are different in how we need love and how we nurture ourselves. So once again, very strong highlight on looking after ourselves and coming to that restoration of harmony, okay? So how can I nurture me? So from there, we have a theme of tying up loose ends and endings, okay? So I'm seeing some chapters really closing this week, and I'm really seeing with this almost like a reconfirmation of what you already know. So there's almost this replay of events is what I'm kind of seeing. So it's like, if you've gotten this awareness that, okay, it's time for me to leave this person, place, situation behind, but for the moment you're still in it, it's like I'm seeing this another confirmation come through for us this week where it's like, okay, I'm ready to move on. Okay, I've gotten the clarity 3 times over now that this is my decision. This is what I need to do. And it's like, if you're still hanging on, I'm really seeing a lot of us let go and cut those threads that are keeping us to whatever this is, letting go of this attachment, okay? So it's like, let go. This chapter is now closed, okay? So these repeating cycles might show up for you this week, so don't be alarmed if that does happen. It's really just showing you what's right for you now and what's shifting for your highest good, to show you your power, to show you that you can choose you and what's right for you now, okay? And with this, I'm seeing a lot of joy. I'm seeing a lot of success come in where it's like, oh my goodness, yay, now I'm freeing the energy. Once again, I'm clearing things from my fields, from my manifestations that I'm trying to create. I'm making more space, and I'm just seeing this like emptying out of all that no longer serves us, which is really, really beautiful. And this is making a huge impact on all facets of self. So really dive into that. And I really feel this is for a lot of us in the career area. So don't be afraid if, old things need to come to an end and it's time to restart something new, because I'm seeing that be very highlighted here in career. Which brings me to the theme of new jobs and new jobs placements. So this was very specific, and I thought this is super cool. So a lot of us might be transitioning into a new job at the moment, or leaving or making that decision to go into our own field of work. But what I'm really hearing, it's like, what is calling you now, and how can you shift your perspectives of what a job really is? So what I was really getting with this, it's like, once again, we come into the world with such a societal platform where it's like we all need a job. We all need work to do and accomplish, to be successful, to make money, to provide for our needs. We have such a very, once again, a set of rules of how society needs to function. But what I'm really seeing, it's like, well, what if we questioned that? What if we decided to make up our own narrative of what a job is for me? And so what I'm really getting this week, it's like, really assess who told you that a job needs to be a job, right? So it's like, once again, I'm kind of hearing here, some of us will use the example of a side hustle here. Something we love, something we want to take off to create an income from. It's what we're passionate about. It's like, but how can I make sure that that doesn't become a job, but it becomes something that is for me, something that I genuinely want to do, something that genuinely brings me light, joy, happiness, fulfillment, right? So instead of approaching our job as that stereotypical perspective, we're being challenged to change our perspectives of work and what that actually looks like to you. And once again, the work hard mentality, it's like, even the wording side, hustle, okay? It's like, well, what makes us believe we have to hustle? We have to work hard, constantly chomping at the bit. Why can we not create a job or work or environment or whatever the case is for you that lovingly meets my needs? And the key word is lovingly, right? So it's like, how can I do my work in a way that's loving for me, in a way that feels good, that doesn't put on the pressures that I have to, that I should do, or I need to. It's like removing those societal pressures and going, I'm doing this because it fulfills me. I'm doing this because this is what my soul is calling me to do. I'm doing this because this gives me joy. And it's like removing the element of money, removing the element of I must or I should or I need to, and removing the element of I need to please everybody else with what I do. It's like, no, this is for me. Okay, so with this is super important for us to really understand before we jump into something new, or if we're transitioning into something new, and maybe we've already done this. So whatever the situation is, how can we now make sure that this new thing that we're stepping into is coming from that perspective of love, what's right for us now, not for everybody else, not for what society thinks it needs to be, but how can you create this new work environment in a way that really resonates for you as an individual and as a soul. So we're really being called to once again harmonize and balance these areas of our life and really take those perspectives even to current jobs that perhaps we don't want to be in right now. So what I'm seeing with that, it's like, instead of I have to do this and I need to suffer and toil, it's like, no, I get to do this for now, that it meets my needs, and I'm so grateful that this allows me to create the next chapter for my life. And once again, it's like changing our perspectives from a doom and gloom to a gratitude, to light, to a lighter perspective where we can really start moving into those higher frequency energies, okay? So what I wrote here was focus on what you enjoy. So if you're at that existing job and you don't really want to be there anymore, what about it can you bring joy to? What is it that you do enjoy, and how can you prioritize your focus there, okay? So from here we have a theme of your needs. Okay, this is so interesting. So we had a big focus on the root chakra here and our health. So big time work with your root chakra this week, because we're really needing to focus there as well. So are we grounded? Are we feeling safe? Are we feeling secure in life? And if not, why not? What needs to course correct? So how are you providing and caring for yourself and your needs? This is a big question we need to ask ourselves this week. Okay, so are you truly providing for yourself? Are you truly meeting your needs and requirements? Once again, needing to go back to our health here. Are we daily nourishing ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and on a soul level? You know, are we feeding ourselves what we need to be fed? Are we nurturing? Are we loving? Are we giving ourselves the nutrients that we need on every level? And I'm hearing we need to be very mindful of how we're treating ourselves and if we're actually putting ourselves in a jeopardizing position. So what I'm hearing, it's like, make yourself safe in all areas of your life. So where do I need to make myself more safe? Where do I need to feel more safe and grounded in my life? And what action steps do I need to take to make sure my needs are met? So once again, self-care is so important here. I'm hearing some of us put off things that we really need to not put off. So it's like, go in, get that checkup, go in, get your eyes checked, really go and do those things you've been procrastinating, because I'm hearing it's important to do those simple things. And when we do it, we'll feel so much better afterwards. So I'm really hearing, make that area in your life that you're not feeling safe in, safe for yourself. So how can I do that? So assess your fears And I'm seeing this be very liberating for us, where it's like, okay, what am I really afraid of? Like, why am I holding back from meeting my needs? Is it because I don't feel I'm worthy of that? So once again, this theme of worthiness is really predominant the past few weeks here. And I'm seeing this be something that has been a challenge for us perhaps through many lifetimes. So be very mindful of checking in with your past lives, doing meditations, and being mindful of that, and setting intentions if there's things you need to know karmically to release from your energy body, because this is coming through again. So once more, it's like, where have I told myself that I'm not worthy of having my needs met? Where have I been told this story, and how can I course correct this? Where have I been self-sabotaging myself, my health, my well-being because of this belief that needs to now go? Okay, so be very mindful of where unworthiness might be cropping up in your life, even in a very sneaky way, in a way that we might not have been aware of before. Okay. So have that confidence in yourself, start bolstering up your newness, this new version of who you are, and really step into your power and make those course corrections. So we have release tension and heartache and care for your soul. So another element to this is I'm seeing a lot of us still cling on to these old emotions of hurt. And so with that, how can we lovingly address those things? How can we lovingly pour out those feelings and emotions? And I'm seeing a lot of us need to journal this week, especially, setting intentions. If you're unsure of where to start, ask your angels, ask your guides, set those intentions. Please reveal to me what I need to know now. Thank you so much for helping show me where I'm still hurt, or where I'm still struggling, where my ego might have hidden some truth for me. Thank you, angels and guides, for showing me what I need to know so I can fully release it and be free. So with that, really prioritize a little bit of deeper introspection this week as well, and how you can properly care for yourself. So once again, ask your guides. Thank you, angels, for helping show me the way to care for myself, to care for my needs, to care for my body, and lovingly do so now. Okay, and this is really coming up a lot the past few weeks, so please do this. So we have reestablish soul connections and make these the priority now. So this is moving into this theme of soul connections and gatherings this week. So really needing to gain support, okay? Because what we've been going through has not been easy, and I'm really hearing a lot of us have been illuminated to who's really in our corner and what needs to shift in our friendships and in our friend circles. So really reestablish those who you've perhaps lost touch with or you haven't touched base with recently, because I'm really hearing those connections are very vital and important for you. So really prioritize those relationships that light you up, because I'm seeing that. Really be supportive and make time, make arrangements, prioritize that. A lot of us are like, oh, I don't have time, life is so busy, I'm just not feeling good, whatever the case may be. But make a phone call, have a Zoom call, do what you need to do to reconnect and really ask for your needs to be met. Okay, this is very important. And I'm really seeing this exchange come in. So where we're needing that equal exchange. So what I wrote here is, how can you support and be supported too? So a lot of us have been those caregiver figures. A lot of us have perhaps been that person for everybody else, the rock, the mother, the caregiver, all of that. I'm seeing that be very predominant. So with that, it's like, how can you recognize that you're worthy of that as well? Okay, so once again, worthiness presents here. Where have you said that you're not worthy enough to be supported too? Where have you been self-sabotaging? Where have you been neglecting relationships that are good for you because you feel you're not worthy of them at heart? So really go into that. I'm seeing some of us be in complete denial of this. So if you heard that and you're like, oh, that's not me, well, maybe check again, okay? So be very mindful where your ego might have hidden some things from you, where you're still holding on to old stories, because I'm seeing this be very important to assess this week. Where have we been pushing away relationships that are actually good for us. Okay, so prioritize those healthy relationships because you deserve it. Okay, you really deserve it. So a lot around the heart chakra as well here. So giving and receiving in balance, where we need to let go to we no longer have to repeat those old cycles where we've been taken advantage of, where we've been hurt in the past. A new chapter is beginning. So who deserves to be in that new chapter? Who do you want to be standing beside you? And how can you prioritize those good relationships, okay? So from there, we have healing abounds. Tap into healing energies and let all fear, hurts, and wounds wash away. All right, so this was really beautiful. We're seeing a huge theme of healing this week. So a lot of healing energy that is present. So really tap into that. Really allow yourself to do the healing work because this is the week to do it. And with that, I'm seeing this moment of, like complete surrender, complete like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really needed that. And I'm seeing such relief come in this week where it's like, oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So gratitude, beauty, so much love coming in. So really allow yourself to tap into that. Let everything go. Let all of those hurts, those wounds, those fears, let them wash away. And what was really beautiful is I was really strongly feeling Christ's presence here. So Ascended Master Christ. So with that, there's a scripture in the Bible that says where Jesus actually said to his followers, come to me and I will refresh you. And that's exactly what I heard when I was writing this. So it's like these rejuvenating waters, these rejuvenating energies that are truly going to refresh us, like healing water. It washes away the dirt, washes away the grime of the old, to refresh us, to build us anew, to make us feel rejuvenated again. So this is exactly what's happening. And I'm seeing this happen on a very energetic level. So these energetic upgrades are very prevalent right now. So this is happening on a planetary level is what they've been showing me. And it's like, how can I integrate and harmonize with all life? Because I'm really seeing these upgrades surrounding oneness, helping us truly upgrade our heart spaces, release these old cycles to step into new. So how can we cultivate that oneness? How can we harmonize? How can we really add to peace on earth as opposed to suffering? And they really wanted to show me and show all of us this week that all is up to us as individuals. So really honestly assess, am I adding to peace on a global scale in my everyday life, or am I adding to suffering? And it's like, where can I choose consciously each day to liberate myself and thus the world? Because this all impacts everything on an energetic level. Every single one of us, our energy is powerful. So what we do with it matters. And so I'm really seeing how we need to take personal responsibility each day and go, okay, how am I impacting the earth? How am I contributing to oneness? How am I contributing to love? Or what am I contributing to? And really be mindful. And I'm seeing us really need to be mindful of our mental health as well, okay? So where are we placing our energies? Where are we placing too much focus on thoughts that put us in a negative tailspin or spiral? And I'm really seeing us need to once more take control of our thoughts, because our thoughts hold power. Those thoughts are messengers to our bodies, to the people around us, to the energies around us on all those energetic levels. So be very mindful this week. What am I thinking? What am I partaking in daily? And how can I take better action and control over what I'm actually consciously putting out there? So very, very important to think of this week. So really prioritize your mental health. And what I'm seeing, it's like creating paradise on earth. So this was so cool. So very interesting take on this. So what I wrote and what I heard exactly word for word was paradise on earth created. It's happening now. Okay? How amazing is this? So each of us have the power to create paradise right now. Beauty, love, harmony, oneness right now. You know, and a lot of us have been taught that that's something that will happen in the future. You know, for me, when I grew up, it was like, well, we have to work hard, we have to struggle, we're imperfect, sinful human beings. And then in the future, when we reach that state of glory and we are able to, we've done all the hard work, then we'll be rewarded. But we're really being shown that this is possible right now. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to wait to create paradise within our own life. We have that power right now. We have the power to say no to suffering. We have the power to change our frequencies, our physical bodies. We have so much power, but a lot of us have been told we don't have any. And we give that power away because we don't recognize the beautiful, powerful vessel and divinity that we carry within us each day. So what I'm seeing is this shift this week that's happening that we really need to become aware of, where it's like, okay, how can I create this heaven on earth? How can I create this paradise right now in my life, and recognize that that is capable, that I am capable, that this is attainable, that this isn't something I need to wait for. This is something that I can create right now. So they're really asking us to open up our minds, to push past the narratives and perspectives that we've been bogged down with, that we've been programmed with, and to question and to show and learn and claim that we deserve better, that we are worthy to have a beautiful, fulfilling life, regardless of what anyone or anything says. So it's like, claim that, claim you, claim the beauty of your life, make the changes you need to make to create that happiness, that joy. And it's like, really question once again, why can't I? Why can't I live a happy life? Why do I need to postpone having joy, having a paradise as my life? Why do I have to wait? Because the truth is, you don't. So claim that. Claim your freedom. Free yourself from any of those perspectives, any of those old narratives that are keeping you small, my friends, because that's what they're doing. They're keeping us small when we deserve to shine great, when we deserve to shine bright. So claim that now. It's absolutely stunning energy this week. So that is all I have for us. What an absolute beautiful reading. Really take good care of you this week. Really learn to live life on your terms. And I'm seeing this really do some life-changing things for you. So really take hold of these energies and know that all the power exists within you, my friends. So I'm sending you all the love in the world. If you need support, if you need to book a session, need some self-care, please know I am available for you. So please connect with me or check out my website, Rebecca.meisl.com. Sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful and blessed week.